All right, for our first quick fix, let's talk about how to deal with the triangle. You know, one of the first passes that you'll learn in your jiu-jitsu journey is a stack pass. And a lot of times, people's response to the triangle is to look for this quick stack pass, and that instinct just stays implanted in their systems, and they can really mess up and find themselves making the triangle even tighter. All right, it's one of those things that can maybe you get away with, but then you end up with someone that really knows what they're doing, and you just make the triangle tighter. And now it's time to have a higher level layer of triangle defense. So let's talk about escaping the triangle. All right, so we'll pretend that I got caught in a triangle, and it's bad, but it's not too bad. It's bad enough that I don't have like posture like this. If I have posture like this, I'm good, okay? But my posture's broke, but my arm has not made it all the way across his body yet, all right? So this is still a very, hopeful triangle for me to escape, okay? But he's got his legs locked, right? But my arm is not across. So a lot of times the instinct is to reach with the back arm and try to stack and, put your forearm in their neck here. But now I'm going to the side where he can get my shoulder more into my neck, and now this thing's getting too tight, okay? So we want to make sure this shoulder stays out of our neck and we're not going the direction that helps his legs cinch and make everything squeeze more, all right? So instead of going to my left, whatever arm is inside, my right arm is inside, I'm gonna bring that knee up and start to look the opposite direction, okay? So I wanna bring my right elbow and my right knee together, compressing his hip, taking away his ability to move into the angle that would make this triangle stronger, all right? I'm just gonna be pressing down. You could hold the belt, you could hold the pants, just keeping this elbow tight as my knee comes into his hip and I start to turn and look away towards my opposite shoulder. So now I'm looking over my left shoulder, unwinding his legs, all right? It's very common that he might think about throwing up some sort of omoplata out of this, but with my arm on the other side of his hip, it's gonna be very easy for me to slip my elbow out, all right? Just slip my elbow out, and now I've completely escaped, okay? So, triangle has been locked on, but my elbow is still in good position, okay? I just keep my arm tight across his hip, immediately bring my knee up on the same side, all right? My right arm's in, my right knee comes up, coming towards my elbow, compressing his hip, and now I'm just gonna drive his hip down and start to turn and look away over my opposite shoulder, and I'm ready to slip my elbow in just in case he tries to throw up some sort of omoplata, all right? One last time. This is by far my favorite triangle defense, okay? Here, turn, look away, unwind, be ready to slip our elbow in, and we're out of there.